Game 3 starter is Javier. And the reason we came to that decision, a couple of reasons. Number one, Lance had, a mishap, and so we had to give him an extra day. He's our Game 4 starter, and he threw today in the bullpen. And plus Javier threw well up there, but it was a combination in New York. It was a combination of Lance. He'll explain to you kind of what happened. And so I'm just glad that we have him for Game 4.
Okay. Next question. Raise your hand. Right here.
Dusty, a lot has been made about Altuve, but Trey Mancini and Aledmus Diaz are a combined 1 for 20. Is there a point, and is this it, where you consider going to David Hensley as DH?
Yeah, there's a point, we ain't there yet. The DH the next couple of days against guys that he had seen is going to be Mancini. And so, and then we'll see if Mancini doesn't show much improvement, then maybe we'll go to, there's a pecking order here. I love David Hensley. I'm one of the guys that helped put him on the team. But, as a manager, I don't fall out of love or fall in love that quickly. You know what I mean? And it's really, it sounds like you fell in love pretty quick. You know what I mean? So me, I'm more patient. And I go on track record, and then if that don't work, then we'll try something else. And we are winning, so.
Okay, Adam.
With Javier, just how stretched out is he? He hasn't pitched in a while, hasn't started in a while, so how deep do you think he can go?
I don't know. He's pretty stretched out. A lot of guys haven't pitched because they haven't had the need to, call on him to pitch yet. So, he threw today. He's been throwing as much as he could to not be taxed in case we needed to call upon him. So how stretched out he is, I don't know. A lot of that depends on performance.
And is it just kind of strange going into, when you're in a playoff series and games 3 and 4 is when they have their 2 best starters going? Just did that make it more important to get the first 2?
I don't know. You can't duck anybody. You're going to have to face everybody, And so where we are right now, if we do get the first 2, then that means we come home victorious. You know what I mean?
Was it more important to get the last 2?
No. Not because, I'm sorry, I didn't misunderstood your question. No, it was important for us to get these games at home, because we have one of the best home records, and they have one of the best home records in the American League. And so we're both tough at home. We were just a little bit better than they on the road. So, we know we got our work cut out for us. Anytime you're facing Cole, number 1, and Nasty Nestor, I guess that's his name, Nestor. He was on the All-Star team, him and Cole. And so anytime you're facing those guys, you got to bring your A game.
Okay, Matt Musil.
Dusty, you said Lance would fill us in on what. Can you tell us when this mishap, as you categorize it, happened?
He'll tell you.
He'll be here after Javier.
Yeah.
He's going to be available.
Yeah, he'll be here in a few minutes.
And how long did you think about, hey, it's going to be the Yankees and us down the road? Did you think about that late in the season, that this matchup was coming, and now that it has come to fruition and you're going to the Big Apple in this series?
Yeah, well, you think about it. I thought about it when they had a 15-game lead on us for the best record in the National League. I'm serious. And Reggie Jackson reminded me of that, and so did Jim Crane. And so you never know what's going to come down to what. Nobody thought that Cleveland was going to be in a Game 5 against the Yankees. Nobody thought that the Dodgers were going to lose, or nobody thought the Mets were going to lose. Everybody thought it was going to be, I'm sure the gamblers are having a fit, because everybody thought it was going to be the Dodgers and Mets at this point, and probably us and the Yankees. And I mean, I've had a lot of battles with the Yankees since I was a player. You know what I mean? So this is just, you know, the Yankees have been the best or near the best for a long time. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it, really.
Okay, right here, and then back to Adam and Christy. Excuse me, here, Christy, then Adam.
Dusty, with no more days off in this series, have you mapped anything out beyond Game 5, beyond Game 4, in terms of you've got Justin and Fromber available on normal rest, but it would leave a Game 7 void potentially?
Well, but that's too far down the pike. You know, I mean, we were worried about Game 3 and 4 first, and then 5 and 6, 7 and 8. I mean, 5, 6, and 7. So I know that's your job to look into the future. I mean, we got an idea, but you gotta live in the present, you know. And our thing is winning Game 3, and we win Game 3, then hopefully Game 4. I mean, you know, it's going to be a fight, especially in New York. So yeah, I mean, you can map things out, but the opposition seems to change your mapping, you know, and change your planning. You know, I mean, you play a 18-inning game, you can have it mapped out all you want to, and then you got to use people that you had mapped out to use in Game 6 or 7 or whatever. So, yeah, you got to win tomorrow. You don't have to win tomorrow, but I'd like to win tomorrow.
Okay, Christy, Adam, and then over here.
I had a couple of things. First, did Javier's success earlier this season at Yankee Stadium have any bearing on you deciding for him to start tomorrow?
Some of it, but, you know, I mean, it changes from time to time, from each time you face them. I mean, you can't say, okay, it's going to be same as last time. You know what I mean? It just depends on how he approaches them and how they approach him. And plus, not only in Yankee Stadium, I mean, he threw the ball well down the stretch, period. You know, so, I mean, he's throwing the ball down I mean, this year he was a lot better. What was he, 10-8 or 10-9? Come on, man. You got the laptop. 11. Damn, I was wrong. And would he have like 180 strikeouts and 150 something innings or something like that?
194 and 148.
Okay. So, you know, he pitched a lot better than his 11-9 stated.
And we've talked so much about Altuve, and obviously he still hasn't gotten a hit, but have you seen more encouraging signs from him at the
Yes.
plate?
He hit the ball hard last night. And, I mean, the guy made a miraculous play on him. And so, yeah, I just urge the people, the fans here, to put him in their prayers and elevate him, you know, to the level that he's used to being at.
Is there anything that has made Maldonado unique to any other catcher that you've been around in your career?
You know, he takes a lot of pride in stopping the opposition and game calling and throwing. And I've told people that one of the best catchers that I had prior to this, I've had some good catchers. I mean, you know, I had Benito Santiago, and that was at the end. He was one of the best of all time. And then I had an unheralded catcher who got a Golden Glove, Kurt Manwaring, and he reminds me of Kurt Manwaring. He only hit .244, 5-6 home runs, but we called him the money man because he called a great game. I didn't have to pitch out. No balls got past him. The pitchers felt comfortable throwing a breaking ball in the dirt with a runner on third base. These are things that go unnoticed, and gives the manager, the team, and the pitcher confidence.
Okay.
Dusty, as we get further into the ALCS and in the playoffs, how do you balance feel as a manager, in-game momentum, and then looking at analytics for your pitching matchups throughout the bullpen?
Well, that's what we do every day. You know, I mean, we try to balance everything. I mean, there's no real right answer, but a lot of it starts with analytics, and then it goes to who's fresh, who's not, matchups, who's throwing the ball well, who's thrown on consecutive days. All this goes into the thought process of making your decision, and then you still don't know if your decision's right unless the guy gets the guy out and does the job. And then your decision could have been right, but the guy on the other side had something to say about the outcome, because they get paid too. And see, a lot of people think that just your side's supposed to win. It don't work out like that. I wish it did, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I've always used both. I used both when it didn't have a name, you know, like back in the day a little bit. I used first batter efficiency. I used runners inherited. I used walks per 9, strikeouts per 9, fly balls versus ground balls. Like I said, it didn't have a name, but I used it. Or if it wasn't available, I would ask for it.
Okay. Melissa here? Yeah, we do, because it's being recorded, yeah.
Dusty, we have talked about this before, the chemistry among these guys, your players. Can you elaborate that to the fans and let them know, as an insider, how you see the guys, how they interact with each other, and the importance of being here in the ALCS, the personalities that you have in the clubhouse?
Yeah, well, I got some personalities. I mean, they crack me up, they crack each other up, and they're a fun group to be around, but they're very serious about their job, and you have to mix some humor and laughter at the workplace, but there's a difference between humor, laughter, and fooling around, you know. And so these guys, they come to work, and they enjoy coming to work. They enjoy being around each other. They enjoy picking each other up, and I know a lot of times I've heard in this modern world that chemistry is not important, but chemistry is the most important thing, I think, that can take you through, especially the tough times. It's not that important during the good times, but it's very, very, very important, you know, during the tough times. And every team's going to have some tough times. And so, yeah, this is a great group of guys. You know, American guys don't complain if salsa music on or merengue music's on, and the Latin guys don't complain if rap's on, and the white guys don't complain if there's R&B on. I mean, this is a good group of guys.
Christian, can you talk about the opportunity you have to start in a playoff game at Yankee Stadium? And also, do you think your success there earlier this season will help you as you go back in there in a really big situation?
Puede hablarnos de la oportunidad que tiene de abrir el juego allá en Yankee Stadium y piensa que el éxito que tuviste anteriormente esta temporada ya te va a ayudar ahora.
Bueno, como siempre, estoy muy agradecido a Papá Dios por la gran oportunidad que me ha dado. O sea, he tratado de prepararme lo mejor que puedo, lo mejor que sea posible para tratar de tener el mejor éxito que pueda en el juego de mañana.
Yeah, first of all, I want to start by thanking God for giving me this opportunity. And like I've always said, I think just preparing the best I can just so we can have some success tomorrow.
Okay, another question for Christian. Matt, right here.
You know what kind of a pressure-packed environment it is in Yankee Stadium. I just want to know your emotions going into that and how you're looking forward to pitching up there in Game 3, because it could be a big swing game for this series.
Obviamente tú sabes la presión que se siente ya pichar en el Yankee Stadium. Puede hablarnos de las emociones tuyas, cómo tú te sientes y saber que es un juego grande porque puede cambiar la serie.
Bueno, para mí todo normal, ¿sabes? Salir a jugar, salir a disfrutar el juego, como cada día, cada momento, ¿sabes? Mi trabajo es tratar de atacar de la zona y tratar de tener el éxito mejor que pueda.
Yeah, to me, I think this is just going to be another game. Just try to go out there, have some fun, just attack the strike zone with all my pitches, and just have the best, try to get the best results as possible.
Okay, Javier?
Cristian, las dos primeras grandes aperturas de tus compañeros de equipos, ¿te ponen presión o te motivan? The question is, the two big stars of your teammate in the first two games put pressure on you or motivate you?
¿Te motiva la primera dos salidas o te pone presión a ti?
No, ¿sabes? Yo me siento muy contento por el éxito que mis compañeros han venido teniendo. ¿Sabes? Eso me da más confianza y más emoción porque, ¿sabes? Ellos pueden ayudarme y decirme más o menos qué es el resultado y creo que eso ayuda bastante en mí.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very happy for the success that my teammates have had. And, I think that gives me a lot of confidence just because I know that I can rely on them if I can ask them questions to see what worked for them and get advice from them if anything goes wrong.
Okay, Adam, right here.
When did you find out that you're starting tomorrow?
¿Cuándo te dijeron que tú vas a abrir mañana?
Eso me lo comunicaron ayer y, ¿sabes? Me dijeron que tenía que venir a practicar y traté de prepararme hoy. Y tengo mi mente preparada ya para el día de mañana.
Yeah, I was told yesterday just to come in today as well to just prepare for that, just be able to prepare mentally, and I'm ready for that now.
You haven't pitched since game 1 against Seattle. You haven't started it. It'll be 3 weeks since your last start. Do you feel like you'll be sharp, and do you feel like you're stretched out to at least go maybe 5 or 6 tomorrow?
Tú no has pichado del primer juego contra Seattle y no has abrido un juego en 3 semanas. ¿Piensas que estás listo para pichar el profundo del juego?
Sí, claro, ¿sabes? Hemos tratado de hacer lo posible para que mi brazo se sienta lo mejor. Y la meta es, ¿sabes? Como siempre, mantenerme agarrado de papá Dios y tratar de hacer lo mejor que yo pueda hacer. Y, ¿sabes? Atacar la zona y que sea lo que Dios quiera.
Yeah, we've been working just to continue to try to keep my arm ready for this type of moment. And like I said, just trying to hold on to God and see whatever happens. But, yeah, just trying to continue to attack the strike zone and be able to get good results and pitch as long as possible.
Okay, anybody else? Jesus?
Hola, Cristian. ¿Te comunicaron algo acerca del número de lanzamientos o número de innings con alguna limitación que te hayan indicado?
No me han dicho cuántos lanzamientos voy a tener, ni simplemente me dijeron que tengo el juego 3. ¿Sabes? Pero me preparé mentalmente y solo ellos saben hasta dónde creen y entienden que yo debo llegar.
Question was Christian communicated any type of pitch count or maybe about an amount of innings that he might pitch tomorrow? She said no, all that I was told was that I'm going to have the third game and just pitch as long as I can.
Okay, anything else for Christian? Right here.
Christian, just curious, what is it like for you to be part of a staff that is this deep, both rotation and bullpen? And do you all have a collective sense of how good you are?
¿Cómo se siente ser parte de un trabajo de picheo así como este que ha sido tan bueno en abridor y tan bueno de relevista? Y ustedes saben tan buenos son ustedes.
Bueno, eso se siente en realidad muy bien, ¿sabes? Porque sabemos que tenemos un tremendo equipo, tenemos un gran equipo y, ¿sabes? Tenemos buena armonía, buen ánimo en el clubhouse y disfrutamos cada momento del juego. Y, ¿sabes? Gracias a papá Dios tenemos un tremendo bullpen y buena defensa. ¿Sabes? Eso nos ayuda a estar más confiados y pues, sabiendo lo que tenemos. Y eso nos da más confianza para salir al juego cada día.
Yeah, it definitely feels really good to know that being part of this really good team. We have a really good team here, really good defense, really good offense, and it gives us confidence that we can go out there and have some fun and having really good chemistry in the clubhouse as well. Like, we all have the same goal, but it feels really good to be part of a team like this.
Christian, did it take you by surprise to know that you were going to be the opener tomorrow, and especially when it's a important game, the third game, and especially when it's on the road? ¿Te tomó por sorpresa saber que vas a ser el abridor el día de mañana y especialmente sabiendo que es un juego que es en la carretera, en un estadio como el de los Yankees?
No me sorprendió porque más o menos tenía una idea, simplemente que, ¿sabes? No me lo hubieran confirmado y gracias a papá Dios va a suceder en el día de mañana y normal, ¿sabes? Nosotros vamos a salir normal a disfrutar el juego día tras día, a tratar de tener el éxito y tratar de dar lo mejor de nosotros.
No, I really wasn't surprised by it. It was something that I was expecting, but yesterday I got the confirmation for it, and hopefully thanks to God, that's going to happen tomorrow. But, we're just going to try to go out there, have some fun, and have some success.
Okay, Matt.
Christian, how about going up against a guy that you know well, Garrett Cole? He's he's going to try to bring his A game tomorrow. You know that the Yankees are counting on him. Does that get you more excited about that matchup, or would it be you're feeling more pressure because you're going up against a quality pitcher like him?
¿Te sientes más motivado, sientes más presión que te vas a enfrentar a Kirko mañana sabiendo que obviamente él viene preparado para pichar mañana?
¿Sabes? No me siento presionado, ¿sabes? Ya hemos tirado juegos juntos, ya es cosas como quien dice algo que ya ha sucedido, lo único que no ha sido la posición. Simplemente yo voy a salir ahí a disfrutar, como le dije un tiempo atrás, y a tratar de tener el éxito, seguir haciendo mi juego y más nada.
No, I really don't feel pressure at all. I faced them before in the regular season and haven't faced them in the postseason. But like I said earlier, I think I'm just going to try to go out there, have some fun, and just try to get some good results.
Okay, anything else for Christian?
Hey, Lance, Dusty said you had a mishap. So
Yeah.
would you be able to explain to us what happened?
So, unfortunately, after the victory in Seattle, I caught a spare champagne bottle to the elbow bone. I'm okay. It's just a little bit of swelling, not a huge deal. Threw a bullpen today. It was 35 pitches. It was a great bullpen. We just wanted to give me, earlier in the week, we thought it'd be beneficial to give me some days off, let everything settle down, and, give me an extra day to go Game 4. It was really no one's fault. It was just an accident. So it's not a huge deal. Game 3 and Game 4 starters can't come back in the CS on normal rest. I mean, you could come back on short rest, but without the off days. So not a huge deal, just a decision that was made. And that's it. But I wanted to be the one to tell you guys. I didn't want Dusty having to speak for me. So it was just an unfortunate accident. And I'll be good to go.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
So it wasn't cut or anything, just got
It was a
hit?
small cut.
It was cut and hit?
It was a small cut.
Okay.
All right, Matt.
But yes, I just got hit with the bottle.
Just a couple more. Matt, you can go.
Okay, so I have to ask, you got hit. How did that, was things being thrown around?
No. It was just someone, I was standing kind of on the edge of the celebration, and I was just, my back, and some guys were kind of coming back behind me, and the bottle just happened to kind of hit the back inside part of my elbow as the people were passing by. It was, like I said, it wasn't like we were getting wild. I mean, I was standing there, he was walking by, it just happened to hit me in the right spot. I mean, obviously I've had like Tommy John and stuff, so everything is fine. Like I said, I've been playing catch all week. Miller had to tell me I had to stop throwing today on the hill. He said, "You've thrown too many pitches. We gotta cut it off." So, we just decided as an organization, the medical staff, and everything that earlier in the week that it was better just to take our time with it, not to push anything, and to shoot for Game 4. And everything's worked out well. We're playing great baseball. Christian's going to pitch great, and I'll be ready for 4.
What was your initial reaction? Like, there's trouble here? Or did you think there was right away?
Yeah, it was. I was just like, nah, just doesn't seem like it can ever be easy, but that's okay.
We got a bus to catch. Last one, Adam, please.
Was there ever any concern that you wouldn't be able to pitch in the series?
I don't think so. I mean, rosters were set, what day? Tuesday? Wednesday? So rosters were set Wednesday. I played catch Tuesday. We didn't even come to the field on Monday, so I don't think we did, at least maybe for a small period of time. But played catch on Tuesday. I was like, yeah, sure, I would love to, if you guys want to give me the extra day, we'll take it, push the bullpen back, kind of the whole thing, push the lifting back. They asked me Wednesday morning. They said, is everything going to be okay? I said, absolutely. So, yeah, we're good to go.